Welcome to Channel Trading. Today I want to go over a quick scalping technique that talks about how you could use an indicator without actually understanding price action too much. Um, I would very strongly recommend that you learn all aspects of price action, how price interacts at various levels, support resistance lines, and all that. But putting this one indicator on your chart greatly enhances your trading, whether you're a price action trader or otherwise. So on this particular, I'm using Thinkorswim, and the indicator that I have that I just developed is Anchored VWAP. You can use that. Just Google the web or anywhere. I mean, there are tons of Anchored VWAP indicators, so you don't have to worry about which one I'm using. If you're really interested, just let me know. But otherwise, you can get Anchored VWAP anywhere. Okay. Okay. So what I have on this chart is I have the volume. And the chart is a 2-minute chart. This only works with time-based charts. It does not work well with the tick chart or any other range charts or anything else, because we do need volume for this. And also, this is a 2-minute chart, which gives you enough information or enough time for the chart to react to the pricing and all that. Okay. So I'm using an E-mini S&P, and it's a 2-minute chart. I have volume at the bottom. This volume could be, I have an average. I'm using a 15 period average, but you don't need to use anything. I mean, you'll see why I'm saying that. Okay. Now this works. So I'm pretty much starting at say 9:30, or I can, it will even work before, but let's first go over how this works here, and then we'll go over how it works off hours and all that. Okay. So the first things first, I'm looking at this chart, say right off the bat, you're at 9:30, or I'm looking at which one has high volumes, right? High volume node. I see right off the bat, when I start, from 8:40 or 8:30 onwards, nothing happens, and suddenly there's a spike at 9:30, right? Because market opens at that time. You can put the indicator right at that point. So what I'll do is I'll pretty much change that to 9:30. That's where I'm tying it in, right? I'm putting my indicator, anchored VWAP at that level, right? Now what happens? As soon as I put it in, because I only used it, or I put it on this particular candle because I see a big volume spike, right? You'll always have this spike at 9:30, but I just want to go over this, and then we'll translate this to other spikes in volume. Okay. Now you have a big spike, and as soon as on this particular one, I drew a channel around the first 2 minutes, where I put the anchor, and I also am placing this VWAP, anchored VWAP. This curve is being calculated based off of the volume starting here. Okay, for you to understand what a VWAP is, please, volume weighted average price. You can look up on the web or YouTube. There are quite a few videos on that. I don't want to waste your time going over that. So once you have that, all you're looking for is how the price action interacts with this curve, right? And you're also monitoring what's going on at the bottom. Anyway, so as soon as this happens and your price action is above the VWAP, then I'm basically going long on this one, right? So that passed, and now you got busy at, maybe you have a full-time job and whatnot. So you're waiting. Suddenly you see a spike here. We don't have any of this other stuff that's going on during the day, right? It's you just imagine you are at work, and 9:50 or something, you got free, and then you opened up your channel, your chart, and you wanted to take a look, and you suddenly saw a big spike here at 10 o'clock, right? You put the volume weighted average price anchor at 10 o'clock, right? As soon as you put it there, look at two things: how the pricing is interacting with this curve, and how the pricing is interacting with this channel, right? So one of the big things that you would want to look at is, why does this work? Is what was the whole impetus behind this methodology is whenever you have high spike in the volume, that means a lot of people bought or sold on this particular candle. And when you have a lot of volume, and on this particular one, we're talking close to, how much volume are we talking? Close to 24,000 contracts. It's not you and me who is doing this, it's big boys doing it. And when some big volumes occur on a particular time frame or a particular candle, that candle becomes significant in a lot of ways, right? So that's what we're trying to capitalize on by putting these channels. Okay. And then this anchored VWAP. So look at how this interacts, and when it closes below or above, and you then go for it. Go for a short or a long, right? On this particular one, I couldn't go long because you have it came down from here on price action. This acts as a resistance. So if I go long here, there's like $1 that I get, and then my risk is so high. My risk is almost $7.50 here. So it's just way too much. So I wouldn't want to go long there, right? And so once it closes this way, then there's a big chance that this is just not able to penetrate and it's going to go down, right? And when it closes underneath this particular candle is where I might go long, short here, and then take, look for, maybe take a quick scalp, and then I would then track or leave one of the contracts as a runner, okay? Anyway, so the other thing, so okay, that passed, and then you got this another big spike in volume. So you put this thing again, the volume anchored VWAP again at 1008, right? And see what happens now, right? So you can see how this whole thing is interacting. Look at how uncannily this whole thing is working, right? So you need to really look at this particular anchored VWAP, look at the volume, and look at how this might enhance your profitability, okay? I really want you to take a look at this and work with, if you're trading some kind of stocks or crypto or whatever else, just look at this and see how it might help you. Thank you so much. I hope this is helpful. I keep posting time-tested and back-tested products and strategies. So if you're interested, please subscribe. Okay, thank you and good luck.